Right, good evening. We're going to call to order the Tangi Parish School Board meeting for February 24th, 2026. Miss Amanda, can we get a roll call vote, please?
Ms. Abrams? Here. Mr. Anthony?
Here.
Ms. Dominguez? Mr. Duncan?
Here.
Mr. Moore?
Here.
Mr. Piazza?
Here.
Ms. Richards?
Present.
Mr. Toller?
Here.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Present.
All right, item B is Pledge of Allegiance, and we will have Mr. Jacob Spring from the Jewel M. Sumner High School FFA Club to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you all very much. All right, item 2A is consider approval of the Tangi Parish School Board minutes. And I believe that was for the most previous meeting on February 3rd, correct?
So moved. Second.
Motion by Mr. Piazza and a second by Mr. Toller. Can we get a roll call vote, please? We're not voting devices, are we today, Ms. Amanda? Okay. Actually, can I just do it this way? Is there any opposition to this motion? Hearing no opposition, motion carries. Item B, consider approval of the DRC appeal.
Motion to adopt.
Got a motion by Mr. Westmoreland.
Second.
Second by Ms. Dominguez. Any opposition to approval of these minutes or report? No opposition, motion carries. Item C, consider approval of the capital outlay meeting minutes, February 3rd, 2026.
So moved.
Got a motion by Mr. Piazza.
Second.
Second by Mr. Westmoreland. Any opposition to this? No opposition, motion carries. Item 3, finance updates. Item A under that note is Mr. McNeely with the monthly budget.
Good evening. We have tonight the financial statements through December 31st, 2025. As we stated at the last meeting, we now present a balance sheet. The first one is the all funds statement of net position is the new name for a balance sheet. You can see we haven't had major changes since our audit numbers of June 30th of 2025 for the all funds or for the general fund. And then you also received an all funds budget with unaudited, well actually that's audited for June 30th of 2025, the original budget, and then the unaudited. We haven't had any major changes in the budget or in the funding. We are working currently on the revised budget, which we'll be bringing to you in April, May, end of April, May. So didn't receive any questions on any of these. So if you have any, just let me know and I will be glad to get you that information.
All right, if you want to stay put, we're going to go to item B, which is the monthly check register.
So we have the check registers for November, December, and January to get caught up for the year. So we now have those and we will be presenting those monthly. So the check register for February you should get in the second meeting in March. So if there's any, I did not receive any questions on these. So if there's any, please email me and I will be glad to get with you.
All right, item C, sales tax updates.
All right. Sales tax. So the 2-cent sales tax was up 15.33% for January. That is actually December sales that are received by the sales tax office in January. So you can see we had a $7.6 million December. I think that's probably the first time in the history of the system that we've gone over $7 million in revenue in 1 month. And then for the EFID, the half-cent sales tax, it was 1.7 million. It was up 17.86%. So for the 2-cent tax, we're running about 9% over last year, and for the EFID, we're running about 12% over. And it's very nice to have that 12% in EFID because we do have a substantial increase in salaries that are being paid out of EFID due to the state law regarding paying for substitutes for lost planning periods and for all of the supplemental for extracurricular hours that we're paying.
Recognizing that that is a big increase, that's all, is that a 15% from 24, 25?
Yes,
All right, good.
month to month. So,
Gotcha.
so it's 15% over basically Christmas last year.
Excellent. All right. Do we have any board questions? Or any
Thank
public
you.
comment? Got it? Thank you. All right, we got item 4, which is a 2026 Magnet Month proclamation. And I believe we had, there you go, Dr. Fusel's here for that.
Dr. Purcell, would you like for me to read it, or?
I'm going to do an abbreviated
Okay,
version, if that's
gotcha.
okay. Been having a little dental pain. This is National Magnet School Month, and you have the proclamation in front of you. I particularly just want to highlight that in Tangipahoa Parish School System, we have 13 magnet sites. 5 of them were recently recognized as magnet schools of distinction and will receive on the national level at the state conference, at the national conference in San Diego, they'll be recognized for that. I also wanted to point out that, magnet schools give our families choices. So whether it's Montessori, IB, STEM, performing arts, in Tangipahoa Parish, our parents have options and opportunities that they can select for their children. And our teachers and our leaders at our magnet schools often have additional training, have to do additional things with the theme to integrate it into our content and our curriculum. And I just want to especially highlight them this month as we continue to celebrate our magnet schools. And we are still voting. If you are on Facebook and can share, we're now in round phase 2 of voting. And I don't remember what school district we're up against in a different area, but we need the votes for that. But the proclamation is in front of you as well, that gives you the statistics for the nation. Any questions? And I'm asking the board to adopt it to go into formal record, and we will continue to celebrate it with our schools the rest of this week, which then ends the month.
Move to adopt the proclamation.
Second.
We have a motion to adopt the proclamation by Mr. Duncan and a second by Mr. Piazza. You want to do a roll call vote on that one, please?
Abrams,
Yes.
Mr. Anthony,
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez,
Yes.
Mr. Duncan,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Piazza,
Yes.
Ms. Richards,
Yes.
Mr. Toller,
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you. We'll share this with our schools.
Thank you.
You.
All right, continuing under academic updates, item B is National FFA Week proclamation, which I'm going to read the actual proclamation, and then I will invite Mr. Spring up with his students if he'd like to say a few words about the FFA program that he represents at Sumner High School. But it says, whereas FFA and agriculture education provide a strong foundation for the youth of America and the future of food, fiber, and natural resource systems, and whereas FFA promotes premier leadership, personal growth, and career success among its members, and whereas agricultural education and FFA ensure a steady supply of young professionals to meet the growing needs in the science, business, and technology of agriculture, and whereas the FFA motto, learning to do, doing to learn, earning to live, living to serve, gives direction and purpose to these students who take an active role in succeeding in agricultural education. And whereas FFA promotes citizenship, volunteerism, patriotism, and cooperation, therefore, I do hereby designate the week of February 21st through 28th, 2026 as National FFA Week.
I'll make a motion to accept the proclamation.
We have a motion by Ms. Dominguez and a second by Mr. Toller. We can do a roll call vote on this one too, Ms. Amanda, please.
Ms. Abrams,
Yes.
Mr. Anthony,
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez,
Yes.
Mr. Duncan,
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Piazza,
Yes.
Ms. Richards,
Yes.
Mr. Toller,
Absolutely.
and Mr. Westmoreland.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Mr. Spring, the floor is yours if you'd like to say a few words.
Just want to thank y'all for inviting us here tonight and signing this proclamation. I was in FFA in high school, and we did this when I was in high school, and I just wanted to continue this tradition. We made y'all some thank you cards. I know I made y'all pins last year, and I was trying to. I know I didn't do as quite as good as last year, but I'll come back with something else, I promise. But just want to thank y'all for everything y'all do and support CTE and ag education, because I see y'all talk about it pretty much every week about how important it is, the College and Career Center, and getting all these credentials. So we just want to thank y'all for y'all support, and thank y'all for everything you do. So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Thank you.
Yeah, I just wanted to reiterate, first of all, thank you for that. And students, thank you for coming. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I learned more in your ag shop at that school than I learned anywhere else as far as high school. I had 4 years of ag with Mr. Sid Kinchin. Still a great mentor of mine, and still good friends with him to this day. But all the things from parliamentary law to animal judging, to welding, to framing, plumbing, and electrical work, I still use on a daily basis. So for what you teach students, thank you. And seeing my daughter go through that now and her enjoying what she's learning means a lot to me. So thank you for what you do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
He didn't know. He did not teach me. He's not that old. Exactly.
All right, we got number 5, board actions. Item A, consider authorizing the superintendent to execute the lease agreement with the city of Ponchatoula. For those of you who can't continue to read that, that is for the lease for Alumni Field for the baseball stadium there that the high school uses as their main home facility. Mr. McNeely.
This is on the agenda. I believe the delegation has negotiated this, so if we'll entertain a motion.
A motion to adopt this lease.
Second.
All right, we have a motion by Mr. Piazza to approve the lease and a second by Ms. Dominguez. Do we have any board questions? There is a lease
Motion also needs
attached.
to authorize the superintendent to execute the lease.
Okay. Do we need to substitute that motion, or that's
Included in the motion.
That's
Gotcha.
written, yeah.
I don't have a question, I have a comment.
okay?
If we could do this at every one of our high schools, we would save money across the parish, because
Millions.
I think it's for $15,000 lease. We spend a lot more than that maintaining our facilities around our schools. So if anybody gives any grief at all about us outsourcing a field, please let that municipality build us a field and lease it to us for that amount of money, and we'll do it every day of the week.
I just want to say this, y'all know Independence is going to be coming to do this.
Well, bring it on.
Because Fontana
If-
Park, over, they have their park that they don't have up the baseball field.
And just tell them, if it's apples for apples, we'll pay the same amount.
And I think we've talked about this in many years, like the last few years, that we have a lot of facilities across the parish that could be utilized for this similar situation. And it's a cooperative agreement with our counterparts
sense.
for kids. And so I want to thank the mayor of Ponchatoula for putting this forward and to doing what he does for our program, and the other board members for negotiating this. Like I said, this was a long process, but it's definitely needed. And thank y'all.
On a specific ask, if any of the board members or anyone in the community is aware of some tennis facilities that we can use as a school system, Hammond High and Ponchatoula High has been using Oak Knoll Country Club for all of its tennis matches, and they're not offering that to us any longer. And I've been looking for some other place that has 6 to 8 tennis courts that we could enter an agreement kind of like this into, and I haven't been able to find one yet. The Hammond Area Rec Center does not have tennis courts. The Ponchatoula Area Rec Center doesn't have tennis courts, but if anybody knows of,
What about Southeastern?
Southeastern has them, but they have not been
They use them?
open to using them.
What about North Cypress?
I was just about to suggest
North
that.
Cypress has, I think,
A few.
4, but they need a complex of like 6 or 8.
That's what my question was. So it needs
Yeah.
8 at least?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would Oak Knoll,
They're
Would
getting,
would they be interested in maybe talking about a negotiation like this?
possibly, what they've indicated is that they intend to get rid of those courts and use that space for something else. But that may be something we can keep working
I
on.
know the city of Ponchatoula had it at one time by the old JC Park, but I don't think it's 8. I don't think you have enough for 8. I think it was like 2 or 3.
Well, back to this lease, I would
Yeah.
appreciate, just to say a couple of words, I appreciate my board members from Ponchatoula for sitting with me and for us going over this and coming up with some terms, and of course, the attorneys for talking to the mayor about this, because basically everything we asked for was added or changed or fixed to what we needed. So we really do thank the mayor and the city of Ponchatoula also for their councilmen have to approve this. So we do thank everybody for working together on this. I think this is a great partnership.
Likewise. All right. Any other board member questions on this one? And do we have any public input on this item? Nope. If not, we can call for vote.
Ms. Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez?
Yes.
Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Piazza?
Yes.
Ms. Richards?
Yes.
Mr. Toller?
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, moving on to item B, it's consideration of approval to authorize the superintendent to execute the substantial completion documents for the Kentwood High School project.
Mr. President, if we could, items B through F are all.
B through F.
Right, B through F are all substantial completions. Kentwood High, the Ponchatoula Junior High HVAC, the Amite Magnet HVAC, the Independence Magnet Gym HVAC, and the Nottawley Middle HVAC. If we could take those two.
B through F.
Second.
All right, we have a motion to approve items B through F by Mr. Westmoreland and a second by Mr. Toller. Do we have any board questions on these items?
Grateful for the air conditionings.
I do have a question. It does say HVAC on all the rest of them except Independence. Is that for the HVAC? It's not for anything else? Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Any further questions or comments? No, I totally agree that, as we go to watch these games, to be sitting in AC instead of sweating is going to be very nice, and I'm glad we were able to do this for the community, again, at no additional cost to the taxpayer, so you didn't pay any extra for this. But with that being said, with no other comments, I don't know if that was mine or not, and if it was, I apologize, but with no other comments, do we have any public comment on this? No? Okay, we can call for a vote, Ms. Amanda.
Ms. Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez?
Yes.
Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Piazza?
Yes.
Ms. Richards?
Yes.
Mr. Toller?
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Okay, item G is to consider approval, excuse me, of the lowest bid for grass cutting for Group 6 Cut Right Lawn. And that is for the LaRondra community.
The low bidder that was approved is Rotolo Consultants, and they notified us of their withdrawing their bid. They didn't get any of the other grass work here. And so the next lowest bid is Cut Right Lawn for $1,156.
Move to adopt the administration's recommendation.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion to adopt administration's recommendation by Mr. Duncan and a second by Mr. Piazza. Do we have any board member comments, questions? No? Any public input? No? We can call for a vote?
Ms. Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez?
Yes.
Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Piazza?
Yes.
Ms. Richards?
Yes.
Mr. Toller?
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right. Item H is consider the approval of the lowest bid for the Ponchatoula High School softball press box. Mr. McNeely.
All right, this is the project that the parish was using their ESSER funds. They don't call it ESSER, but the COVID funds. And I want to commend Chris Bankston, who went above and beyond to work with contractors to try to get this down to the money that was available. Consequently, we're recommending the awarding to Blue Boy Construction, who was the low bidder, of the base of $115,000 and alternate one of $8,500. for a total of $123,500.
I make a motion to accept the local.
All right, we have a motion to accept by Ms. Dominguez. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Piazza. Do we have any board member comments, questions?
One question. I didn't see any drawings on this. I looked through the information in there and I didn't see any. Do we have any drawings?
Yeah, they had to have drawings because the fire marshal had to approve all of it, but they're just not.
Get an email
I
copy
think
of
we
that?
did a while back. It seemed like we did at some point before we gave approval to go out for quotes.
I'm for the project. I'd just like, for my own curiosity, to see
Yeah.
what we're getting for the bid, you know?
I can't remember what meeting it was, but I think it was brought to I think a capital outlay meeting. It was a very basic drawing. I just don't remember what
The
meeting it was.
concession stand on the first floor with windows in the
Yeah.
front, and then a press box, they can't call it press box anymore, a media area
Yeah.
on the second floor.
Little square.
Press box is a
It was in one
technical,
of the capital outlay meetings. I just don't remember exactly which meeting
but
it was.
I can get that to you.
Yeah.
Mr. McNeely, correct me if I'm wrong, but we did receive some money from some of our legislators for this project. Is that correct?
Well, she is a legislator, Kim Coates. She did it while she was a parish council member.
Gotcha.
And it was the money that the parish got as part of their CARE Act, I think is what it was called.
Gotcha.
But it was COVID money.
Okay.
The parish is providing these
100%
funds,
of the
but we're
funding.
getting the actual asset.
Correct.
Okay.
So I wanted to make sure we recognize Ms. Coates for going above and beyond and making sure this project became a reality. And Mr. Harper has been very patient. He's been working on this for 4 years.
He has not been
So-
very patient.
No, you're right.
Come on. He has been very
Definitely right.
assertive to make sure this project kept moving.
Well, you know what?
He's been great to deal with.
If he was less patient, it might not be approving this. Yeah. So I'm glad we're getting to the finish line on this. And I don't believe we have any public input on this item either, correct? All right. If not, we can go ahead and call for vote, please.
Ms. Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez?
Yes.
Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Piazza?
Yes.
Ms. Richards?
Yes.
Mr. Toller?
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes.
Motion passes.
And if any other legislators can find some more money to bring in, hey, I'm all for it. We'll give you thanks and praise too. Huh?
Our parish council.
Yeah, or parish council.
Right.
We'll take some more projects.
Anybody who wants to build us any buildings, you're welcome to. So if anybody in the
Yes.
audience has any extra cash, we'll take that too, please.
Any day of the week.
But yeah, that being said, we will move on to item 6, superintendent reports and recommendation.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. President. First of all, item A is we'd like to refer Board Policy DIC, which is on inventories, to the Policy Committee for review, and that is to really bring that policy in alignment with the federal laws around inventories. So I'd like to recommend the board approve that for recommendation to policy.
Motion to refer.
All right, we have a motion to refer by Mr. Westmoreland,
Second.
and second by Ms. Dominguez. Any questions or comments? No, we can call for vote, please.
Ms. Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez?
Yes.
Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Piazza?
Yes.
Ms. Richards?
Yes.
Mr. Toller?
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Item B, 27-28 academic calendar updates.
Yes, thank you, Mr. President. As you're aware, the board has already approved the 26-27 calendar. It's on our website. This is the results of the voting or the polling from for the 27-28 academic calendar, where we presented a traditional calendar and along with a modified traditional calendar. You can see the breakdown of the votes here. We had different groups that voted from just community members because it was on our social media page, and so they clicked to vote. You can see that we had about 407 community members voted. 87% of them prefer the traditional calendar. In the parent guardian group, that means they have children in the system. The modified calendar, well, first of all, we had about 2,155 parents, guardians voted. 973 voted for the modified calendar, which was about 45% Traditional calendar was 1,182, which is about 55% of the vote. So the traditional calendar in both community and parent group was the majority. In the student group, same thing, the traditional calendar was 62% of the vote. We had a little over 1,000 students vote for the calendar options. And then in the TPSS employee group, we had almost 1,400 employees that voted. And then, of course, the majority, 709 or 51%, was traditional calendar. So it's administration's recommendation that we consider the traditional calendar for the 27-28 school year.
Motion to accept the administration's recommendation on the traditional calendar.
I'll second.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Piazza to accept the administration's recommendation and a second by Ms. Dominguez. Do we have any board comments or questions?
I do have one comment.
Go ahead.
I just want to commend the fact that we had almost 5,000 people
Yes.
actually put in an input. And for 1,000 of those to been students, you know, it's hard to get them to do just the basic stuff sometimes, to get them to actually come and vote. And it was different than what I thought it was going to be for their vote. But I want to thank everybody that took the time to actually take that and help us collect that data, because y'all's voice matters. And I remember a time when these numbers were a lot lower. So to see that input come is very good to see from our community members and stakeholders, and especially from our staff and students.
Yeah. It was the highest participation we've ever had
Yeah.
in a calendar. Of course, it was probably from the controversy in that, and then also the advisory groups, running it through all the advisory groups and the discussion there. But yeah, very good participation. I mean, not where I would like to see it, but better than in the past.
Just one thing, I mean, I know we're voting, but when you get tomorrow, whenever you send out both of these, I mean, the calendar for this year coming and the next year, like in an email to let the staff know which one I'm.
Yeah, we can,
I think somebody told me they never did get an email. They don't remember getting an email from the 26-27 choice, so. it's
okay.
just- Yeah.
Yeah, we can send out an email with both the 26-27 and the 27-28.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and get it on our website.
Any other comments? I did find it interesting that the employees are right at 50-50. So I feel like that was certainly a lot closer than I expected.
Yeah.
And also maybe possibly indicative of the fact that they like maybe a little bit of modification with the fall break and things like that. So something to consider as we consider 28-29 school year. All right, any other questions or comments? Nope. All right, we can go ahead and call for vote, please.
Ms. Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez?
Yes.
Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Mr. Moore? Sorry.
Yes.
Mr. Piazza?
Yes.
Ms. Richards?
Yeah.
Mr. Toller?
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, item C, we'll do our state of our school system update. Again, Ms. Stilley, thank you.
Yes, thank you. I'm going to give a short presentation, if we could pull it up. And I know the board is aware of probably most of the things that I'm going to cover here, but I think it's important, this is live streamed, and I do think it's important to do for the public so that they can see some of the vision and the goals and the progress in our system. Can y'all get it? They're getting there. Anyway, while they're doing that, you have here in front of you a booklet from the Advanced College and Career Center. We hosted the Leadership Tangipahoa group last week, I believe it was last week, and we provided this to them. They were just recently printed, and it has all of the courses that we offer there. And of course, these courses update based on the job market and those kinds of things. So if anyone scans this QR code here, you get the most recent stuff, because they can change by semester. Things are added. So I just wanted to share this printed copy with you all. So I wanted to start off tonight by just recapping what our overall vision is. So number one, our goal and what I told the community group today, that all their goal is to make sure that our kids are prepared for college if they choose to go to college, or the career, the workforce. That's our job. And, and be successful in our community. We want them to be able to live the American dream. Most parents want their kids to be independent, which means off their payroll. They want them to be able to secure a job, or they want them to be successful in college. They want them to actually make it past the first and second semester and be successful. And that's really what we work towards, even in early childhood. It doesn't start in high school. It doesn't start in junior high or middle school. It starts early. And I'm going to hit on some of those. This is our vision. This is what we're all working for. Let's see. Now this, am I pointing in the wrong direction? You may have to. Okay, just y'all can. Somebody can hit the key. I mean, yeah.
There you go.
All right. So we do have, as you know, a strategic plan. We're on the third strategic plan for our district. The first one we developed in 2018. In December of that year, the board approved it. I'm not going through the whole plan, but what I want the public to know, who may be watching this, is that our strategic plan is on our website. This is actual a link here, but they can see the plan. They can see the data from our plan, the results from our plan, our metrics, how we measure where we are. Our current plan runs from 2025 to 2030, and these are the major priorities around the plan. There's nothing unusual, teaching and learning, good teaching and learning, with positive school culture, talent management. That's the people that work for us. How we allocate our resources, sharing value. Our values are the same. We want the same things for our kids. And then our decision-making, transparent. So I wanted to hit on that, about the plan and where they can find that. We can go to the next slide. And of course, everybody knows, you would have to live under a rock not to know that we have 3 rocks. Our 3 major priorities. That was supposed to be a joke, guys. Nobody's laughing. I'm just seeing if y'all listening. But anyway, you would have to live under a rock to not to know that we have 3 rocks, and those are what we call our priorities. And everything that we do is linked to one of these big buckets. So, someone comes with a great idea. I'm thinking about which area does this fall in? Is it going to help with attendance? Is it going to help with good teaching and learning and interventions? Is it going to help with our overall school culture? Because this is the work and the key best practices that's going to impact and get us to an A school district. And at the bottom, you can see the priorities that they're linked to, which is when you see those, that means that's in our strategic plan. All right. So it all starts with early childhood. And I have some stats here I just wanted to share with you. So the number one first milestone is that kids are reading proficiently by the end of 3rd grade. That's the first thing, one of the first things we look for. And we know that metric alone will tell us how prepared kids will be for college or career in 3rd grade. Also, we know, if you remember, Ms. Corman Brabham has talked to you before, that a child's brain is fully developed by age 5. Okay, we get them in kindergarten 5. They're age 5. So all that happens from birth to 1-year-old, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, 4-year-old is all impacted and is building those literacy foundational skills before teachers even get them in kindergarten. Their brains are developed. So it's very important. That's why the school systems across the state have these networks. They have these systems which work on trying to make sure that kids who are from birth to 5 have really good foundational skills so that they are prepared to read when teachers get them in kindergarten. So this is just some stats here. We have 43 early learning centers in Tangi Parish that are in our network. That we work with. Carmen Brabham and her team goes out. They do trainings with the staff there. They give them, you heard her, I think, at the last meeting, they give labels to those agencies, those centers, if they're 4-star, 5-star, 3-star, whatever. We also, this is some new data that she shared with me, is that we raise locally 183,760 local funds that we raised from February of 2025 to January of 26. And I know that we have some representation from North Shore Business Council here, Alexis DeCorbier, who has been vital in helping us fundraise those funds. It goes through the foundation, the North Shore Foundation, but it's helping. It actually will sponsor 26 children starting July 1st of 2026, and the state matches what we fundraise. So we raised almost 200,000, 183,760. The state matches that, which will allow us to put in from birth to 3. In other words, we would pay for those spots for them to be in a high-quality early learning center. There's 2 stipulations. Either the parents have to be working full-time, which helps the workforce, because if they have quality childcare, they feel better about going to work, or they have to be full-time students. If it's a mother and single parent, she has to be a full-time student in college in order to be eligible for that childcare for their children. We also oversee 15 pre-K sites and schools. Those are our regular schools in our parish, from Kentwood, O.W. Dillon, on down to Perrin Early Learning Center and everybody in between. We have 15 schools that have pre-K. We work with 7 Head Start centers in Tangipahoa Parish, and we have 3 family child care sites here in Tangipahoa that we work with as well. We work, when I say we work, they support curriculum, training, all the things that they need to make sure that all these kids are getting those foundational things before they even get to pre-K and kindergarten. This is related to our priority 1 that's in our strategic plan, and anybody that wants to know more about this can go to ReadyStartTangi.com. But this is the first sort of initial step that we start working with so that we can have our students reading proficiency by the end of 3rd grade. The other thing that's new this year that we started was the Once program. This is our first year. Our results have been tremendous. But basically, we had taken paraprofessionals that we currently had on payroll, and we put a para in every kindergarten classroom. They were trained by the Once program, and they do 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week with every child. So it's 15 minutes every day with every child. That's in addition to what the teachers are doing every day with students to teach them how to read. And it's basically teaching them the phonetics, how to sound out words. And we've seen tremendous success with this program, because the key, again, if we want them to be on level by 3rd grade, we can't just wait to 3rd grade. It has to start very early. So this is in all of our kindergarten, and we really want to expand this in August to cover our 1st grade classes as well. So if we can hit it hard in kindergarten and in 1st grade, then we know that we can be on target to having every child reading proficiently by 3rd grade. Then the Advanced College and Career Center is kind of on the other spectrum of getting them ready for life, getting them ready for college and career. As you know, we opened it in 2023. We have 70 different job certifications. And I know for some of you, all of you on the board, you have expressed to me on many occasions how important it is to you that our kids are prepared for the workforce. So in 2025, we had 5,277 dual enrollment credits that have been earned in Tangipahoa Parish by our high school students. We had 855 workforce credentials, that's industry-based certifications. And so far this year, on the side of that, you'll see IBCs for 2026. Ms. Becknell today shared this with us, 4,798 already in 2026 of industry-based credentials earned. And this is what, this will help us accomplish our vision that kids can be independent off our payroll, the mother and father's payroll, be independent and be able to get good jobs. The board approved this free driver's education for students that were attending the College and Career Center. It's a huge success. We probably need to hire another instructor because the class is full. And the requirement is that if they go to the Career Center and they want to do driver's ed, they have to take either a dual enrollment class there or a one of the workforce credential classes. They can't just go take driver's ed. We know that's probably all they really care about for some of them, but we want them to do both. We want them to get driver's ed, and we want them to also get their credentials or dual enrollment. And we're expanding, this is actually out on bid now for expansion, which will be the ProStart, taking the old cafeteria at the site and turning it into a ProStart kitchen, the electrical, plumbing, carpentry, drafting, and welding, which are all skills trade. Everybody talks about needing more of those in the job, in the building industry, and that will be our next expansion that the board has supported and put into the Advanced College and Career Center, and that's linked to the priority and goal there listed at the bottom. Culture has been another piece. That's the third rock. And really everything impacts the culture, but we want every student, every teacher to want to go to their campus every day. We survey our students, we survey our families, we survey our employees. We had the Character Strong curriculum. We do a connect and reflect every week to our employees where we just ask them one question that's related to the culture of the school. And we look at that, we look at that information, we respond to that. And it's about building those positive relationships. We put a lot of work into this over the years. Saturday, this is another culture thing, but of course Saturday is our Crew of Champions Parade. This is just a infomercial here. But we have our Crew of Champions Parade on Saturday at 12 o'clock at high noon in a meet. And I understand from my personal weatherman that we're going to have perfect weather. It's going to be kind of cool in the morning, but it's going to be high in the 70s, and so I hope everyone can join us to celebrate our students. Let's look at some results on that. You guys know this is not new for you. It may be new for some of the people watching from the live stream, but for 2 years in a row, our district has been recognized at the state level for top 10 growing districts in the state. We're very proud of that. We're not satisfied. We're not happy with it, but we believe we are going in the right direction. This is important, this slide, because it shows the kids that are at or above benchmark, and it's looking at last year and this year. And you can see, just by looking at it, that we have more blue and more green this year than we had last year, and that's what we want to see. That means we have more kids proficient in reading at the end of third grade. So that's the one where we want to see even more green and more red, more green and more blue moving forward next year. This is evident of the ONCE program. That's why that kindergarten's highlighted. I think I've shared this slide with you all before, but up 27% from the beginning of the year. The kindergarten kids in August were 24% proficient on grade level or above, and then mid-year in December they were at 51%. So we know the program. We can't wait to see the end of the year results for our kindergarten students as well, and then we're going to continue to monitor the progress of that particular program. But all grade levels up except for second grade, and it stayed the same across the board, and then third grade was up a little bit by 2%. This is looking at comparing middle of the year, the last year versus this year, December 24 versus December 25, and you can see all the metrics on the right side growth, they're all up. So those are all things that are telling us that the best practices that we have in place are working with our kids, and we're getting more kids that are getting proficient, help us reach that goal. All kids proficient by third grade moving forward. This is just LEAP data where you can see the different subject areas. This is all grades 3 through 8 up in those final column over there. We recently, about, I don't know, maybe a month, time flies, maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, we had these schools that were recognized by the U.S. Magnet School program organization as program of Magnet Schools of Distinction. And by the way, the thing that I would add to what Dr. Fussell did about the resolution is to say this. Today's coffee talk was on with Deshae Johnson, who's our Magnet School person who leads it in the district. And we talked about how all of this kind of started about 20 years ago with the Hammond Eastside accelerated program, and it was the Hammond Chamber. Then it was the Hammond Chamber. Now, it's Tangipahoa Chamber. Mayor Foster, the city of Hammond, and Southeastern. And I know Mr. Duncan remembers that, especially. He was involved with all that. But anyway, over the years, our magnet programs have really progressed, and we also have another $30 million federal grant that two separate ones, two $15 million grants that are coming in to support magnet programs in our parish, and they're continuing to stick out here. So we're very happy and pleased with the progress of them. Our virtual program, Dr. Stump said today at the community meeting we had about 400 virtual students. So it fluctuates. On this data that I had here, it was 352. But it is an option for families, and we have an exceptional team of teachers teaching the virtual program. And that was, if you remember, a byproduct of COVID. We had some families that didn't want to go back to bricks and mortar, so we pivoted and adjusted and came up with the virtual program school concept. Also in 2021, as you remember, Jeff reported on this, the half-penny sales tax. We're very competitive, and then this board has also supported the recommendations to do up the incentive pay or performance pay for teachers. And so that has continually helped us to stay competitive in this region with teacher salaries. To get more teachers, because there's a teacher shortage, we started Teach Tangi in 19. And this is current data, so I just wanted to share this with you. So if somebody asks you, you'll know. But we had enrolled 139 teachers in the Teach Tangi program since 2019, which is when we started. And we had 137 complete their certification. So we've been able to hire 137 teachers that received their certification through our program that's free to them. And then another pool of individuals that's helping us fill the teacher shortage is paraprofessionals. So we currently have 58 paras enrolled in the REACH partnership that we have with. That means they're working on their teaching degree, their 4-year bachelor's teaching degree, and we've had 21 earn their bachelor's degree. And they went from ending the year as a para, and then August they started teaching with the program. And so all 25 of them are in our district teaching our students. So that's just 2 different ways we've tried to fill that teacher shortage. In the desegregation case, the board's aware, the public may not be aware, so I want to say this, but we have obtained unitary status in 5 of the areas. We're no longer in court supervision, under court supervision in 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It was in May, I believe, that we received final unitary in the first 3, 1, 2, 3. And then we have 1 left, which is facilities. We've filed our motion for unitary status. In October, the court ordered an external expert to come in and look at all of our facilities. We're waiting for that final report and then a court date. So we have provisionary at the moment, but our goal is to have the full unitary this year. Office of Innovation is new, and this is some of the key initiatives. They came and presented to the board on this thing. Today we had a community partner brunch that was very successful. We had a large crowd there. Later this week, we have another pastor tour where pastors load the bus and go visit our schools. And I think this office, their goal is to meet the needs of our families and also to really engage with our community. So we're very proud of the work that they're doing here in Tangi. These are just taxpayers, tax dollars at work. Again, you guys already know this. This is for public information, but our end goal is that all buses are air conditioned. We have a younger fleet of buses, 10 years or less, and that means we have less maintenance costs. And over on the right-hand side, we have where we are currently with air conditioning, and then 25 to 27 school years, we should get another 48 new AC buses. But our ultimate goal is to have all of them air conditioned, all of them younger than 10 years, which is going to save us money down the line. Air conditioning, I think tonight you gave authorization for us to do the substantial completion on some of these other ones that are in the right column. As you know, our gyms are not just used for playing basketball and volleyball, but they're used for programs, dances, things of that sort. So when we talk to the public, we like to remind them that this is something that we're doing, their taxpayers' dollars at work. Facility upgrades, we can go to the next slide and look at phase one. You can go to the next slide. Yeah. Phase one, all these are completed. I think the last one was that Laranja Middle School girls' locker room renovation. That is completed. Phase two projects on the next slide are all to eliminate portable buildings on our campuses. And Woodland Park is, I think it's planned to be finished by maybe May, if my memory's correct. And then the NESUM should be going out for bids, and there's one other one that's getting very close for going out in bids the next couple weeks. So we're moving in that. And then, of course, phase three projects, we're just looking at things like, making the restrooms better, upgrading them. Can we build additional classrooms to replace portables, gyms, cafeteria space, LED lighting, those ID controls, vaping, sensors in the restroom. And then our final expansion of the Career Center would be to bring in the automotive part, working on the vehicles, and then also the body work part of that. And then these are some pictures that we share publicly when we talk to groups like Leadership Tangipahoa, because we want them to see. Oh, by the way, on our website, I think we have it. It says your tax dollars at work. That's how we have it labeled. And we have all pictures of all of these projects on our website that the public can go and see. Staying connected with our families is always a challenge. So when we talk to groups, we always like to share this. We have the resolve a problem. If a parent has an issue, they can go electronically, click on here, click on their school, put their problem in, and resolve that. We have a questions inbox that Ms. Dina Spears mans. So anybody has a question about anything about any school, they email that box, questions@Tangi Schools. It goes to Ms. Spears. If she doesn't know the answer, she'll contact the principal or whoever department it is, get the answer, and get back with them. We do a newsletter for families. We had the Brighter Future podcast that we started this year, where we're really highlighting those people across Tangipahoa Parish, whether they're in our school system or out, who are creating a brighter future for students. And of course, we've been doing the coffee talks for some time, a couple years now. Just getting another way to get information out to families is really the goal there. We also like to remind people to follow us on Facebook, Instagram. We have an app, Tangi Schools app, and even if they don't have kids in school, we really encourage the public to follow us, and so they stay up to date on what's going on in our system. I do want to say in closing, this is the last slide, so y'all can be happy, but I could stand up here and talk to y'all all day about all the stuff that our team and all of our principals and teachers have done. And the board has supported all of these things, and it wouldn't be possible without the board. It's a true team effort, okay? It's everybody, okay? From the board to me, to the executive team, to our supervisors, coordinators like Deshae Johnson, who works every day with our magnet programs. Our principals, our teachers, our bus, it's everybody. And so we're very appreciative that it's a collective effort. We accept the challenge. We are happy about our results and our progress, and the board should, acknowledge your role in this as well, because you're a key part of the team here. But also we're not happy, and we want to continue to work and do that. With all that being said, I do want to say that, I started teaching many years ago in a galaxy far away. In fact, almost getting close to 40 years. I know I don't look it, but it's been a while. And so I do want to, ask the board to consider my request for retirement for January of 2027. I would like to, the reason it's kind of sentimental to me, I started in January teaching way back a long time ago, and I'd like to kind of end in January in the public school system. So 2027. However, I want to work with the board because look, I've got 6 grandkids in this public system. And it matters to me about the transition and about moving forward. Really, my reason for even wanting to finish out 2026 is because of the last factor in this desegregation case. I do want to see that out. I want to see it through the resolution of that and the work that we're doing with the facilities. Also, the work we're doing with literacy. There's a few more things that I think we need to put a bow on and beef up with literacy, and I'd like to get those things in place for August. And but then it would be time to hand I think about those relay races where they run around the track meet and they hand the baton off. I've been running for a while. And, most of my leadership positions, if you look at my resume, by the way, I was at the principal level 6 years. I was chief academic 6 years. I was at the state as a network leader for the Department of Ed 6 years. And I've been here, this is my 8th year, I'm finishing my 8th year. Well, June would be completion of my 8th year. But the reason I've really went past 6 is because I felt like there were still things undone that wasn't where they should be. And anytime there's a change up in the leadership, it does impact those things. So that's really kind of why I've hung on and hung in here, kind of like with a dog with a bone, as my husband would say. Because I don't like to leave things undone and unfinished. And so we have a great team, but I do want to let the board know because I know there's things you have to do on your end in terms of advertisement, searching. Then there's a transitional period. All those things have to be thought about, but I'm committed to do whatever I need to do to work with y'all on the transition. Because I would like, in my perfect world, I would like to be able to hand off the baton to the next superintendent without a deseg case. With literacy, 3rd grade literacy scores on the climb, with the best practices we know in place. Our College and Career Center offering even more stuff than they do now. I mean, that's where I want to hand it off. And we're headed there, so we're there. So that's my request, and I want to thank y'all for everything, the team.
Can I, while you're standing there, because I'd like to be able to and Mr. President, is it okay for us to go ahead and take up the agenda item now in open session maybe, I guess, one
Do I
step
need to
out.
stand here, or you want me to
Well, because I
stand?
wanted to say something to
Okay.
you. But do you mind if we go ahead and take that up now?
Absolutely not. Go ahead, please.
But I just wanted to tell you, Ms. Superintendent, Ms. Stilley, that you have served our system under extraordinarily difficult circumstances. I can't think of a modern era where, you know, someone's had to face COVID, the fires, the floods, you know, I mean, all of the stuff.
Cyber attack.
Cyber attack. I mean,
Let's not forget
yeah,
that.
we can't, you know, I mean, but
Jesus.
you have served during some extraordinarily difficult times, and despite all of those hurdles and burdens, the accomplishments have been significant. And of course, we'll have lots more time between now and January to really, you know, talk about that in more detail. But absolutely don't want the moment to pass without just acknowledging that you know, all of the things you've talked about are extraordinary, and for them to have been accomplished despite all of the things that we've had to face. So at this time, I would move that we extend the superintendent's current contract to that January 10th, 2027 date, and accept notice from her of her intention to retire and non-renew the contract after that January 10th, 2027 date.
That was a mouthful. But,
Second it.
all right, so we have a motion to extend the superintendent's contract. Brett, I may have you repeat that again, until January of 2027, with the acceptance, again, of her retirement. Ms. Amanda, if you want that word for word, he can tell
I
it
gave
you
it to
slowly.
her already.
Good
And
deal.
just so the board knows, that extra language is because if we don't include that notice or acceptance of that notice in the motion, then we have to vote again in a few months when we get back within that same window. This just deals with it. We've acknowledged that she's provided that notice of her intention to retire, so we don't have to address this again.
All right, so we have the motion by Mr. Duncan and the second by Ms. Abrams. And whenever you're prepared, well, before we do that, do we have any board member comments?
I'd like to make a comment. I want to take this moment to express to Ms. Stilley, in my opinion, she has made a lasting impression on the school system. We started at the same time. I ran and you became superintendent in December. I started in January when I took my position. Your commitment to putting students first has been evident in everything you've done. You've always strived to put the students first. It's always been your goal. The process on the DSA case, you've always, it's been a testament to you on how this has pushed forward so much. On the board, I know Brett has been here during those times, and Rose has been there during all of the DSEG orders, but you really pushed forward, and the judge appreciated that in you. Over the past 8 years on this board, I've learned a great deal, being just an individual layperson. One of the most significant lessons that I've learned is recognizing how many individuals in this community feel the need to influence people in our school system that really don't have a dog in the fight, that they feel like they can twist people's arms to do things that don't really need to be done when the job is getting done. And, you know, that's something that I really feel like in the world of community people, there's a time and a place to show your support, but make sure that support is evident for what's the betterment of the whole board and for the whole system, not just for your individual self. While we're saddened to hear about your departure, I really sincerely wish you the best, and I firmly believe that our loss is going to be another system's gain or another organization's gain, because I really don't feel like you're finished.
No.
You
I'm
have
not.
so much more that you can give to students, whether it's here in Tangipahoa Parish or across the state. You have so much more to give students in our district, and I want to truly thank you.
Well, thank you. I don't know what God has in store for me, but He always lets me know what it is, and you know, I just know that it's time.
It is.
And but He'll let me know what the next thing is, and He always keeps me, you know, curious. What is it? gonna be?
Teachers.
I don't think I'll run for any kind of political office.
Just real quickly, Melissa, I do want to congratulate you as well. At a young age, I think it was at RAs at our church, learned to leave your campsite better than it was when you
Yep.
found it.
Yep.
And I believe you can sleep easy knowing that you're
Yep.
leaving us better than you found us. So I compliment you on that, just like I told you on the phone several times. I still struggle with facilities, and I've told you that. Unfortunately, too many people in this parish, they don't judge us by the scores, the successes, the classes. They judge us by driving by a facility, and they see the same school that they went to school in 30 years ago or 20 years ago. And they judge us, and I see that, I hear that all the time. And I want to, whoever your, successor is, that person's gonna get a lot of conversations from me, just like you've gotten from me, about facility updates in this parish. We have to present a school system that looks better than we look. Inside the school, you've done wonders. Outside the school, we still have a lot of things to do, but I applaud you leaving your campsite better than it was when you found it. And thank you for your service.
Yep.
I'm gonna say one thing, and the reason why I want to say it is I know relationships on this board is very important. Me and Ms. Stillies has been one of rocky and smooth at the same time. I want to commend the work you've done, the professionalism that you show. There's a lot of times we get rowdy on this board and we disagree, and sometimes you got to be the mediator in between because you got to work with everybody. That is a tough job to do. I read your article in the newspaper, and I read something that somebody had commented on there, and it really does hit home, and I think we see it more than anybody, is the pressure that comes with those decisions. What we do here carries a very heavy weight, and not only in our personal lives, but in our professional lives as well, because what we do impacts so many. One decision, whether good or bad, will impact thousands of people across our parish and throughout the generations to come. And that comes with a heavy burden. And people at home are quick to pass judgment on those things without, facts or opinions. But the weight that it does carry for you to show the professionalism that you have in both current board and previous is unmatched. And I want that to be said before anything ever gets casted or anything like that. I want people to understand the professionalism that you've shown throughout every process, through the hard conversations and through the easy ones. During my campaign, I always like to talk about chapters being closed. I don't think anybody's going to deny that your chapter that you've written here is undeniably, astronomically great for the circumstances that you were thrown. You've done everything the board has asked you to do. And I want to thank you from that from the bottom of my heart and from my district.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
Melissa? Still have another year, guys.
Yeah. We'll do this all again
Maybe
in a
not
few
a
months.
year, 10 months, 9 months, 10 months.
I want to thank you for your exceptional leadership, your dedication, your vision, your determination. Many times we've been labeled as Melissa's friend. But they didn't see all of the times that we sat and disagreed and agreed to be disagreeable. Because there were many times that Melissa just felt like she knew my community and what they needed better than I did. And it would always be fun to remind her who was in that community. So for that, and for you loving our children, I want to say thank you. I will miss you. And in the words of T.D. Jakes, it'll be the sad memory of a lost opportunity for Tangipahoa Parish.
Anybody else want to say anything? Or?
I think they took it all.
Yeah, they did. And any public input on this item? All right. All right, Ms. Amanda, we can go ahead and call for a vote. There's no other comment.
Ms. Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez?
No.
Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Mr. Moore,
Yes.
Mr. Piazza,
Yes.
Ms. Richards,
Yes.
Mr. Toller,
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Ms. Tilly, do you have any item D, general updates? Or that
Well-
kind of covered it all?
No.
Had a lot of
Well,
updates.
just want to just really remind the board, Friday night, we're having that special awards program for all of it's going to be at the Fair Arena, not at the arena, but the Fair Event Center. It's big enough to hold everybody, but we're going to do the Student of the Years, the Teacher of the Years, Principal of the Year, support people it's kind of like everybody from the schools that are in those awards. It starts at 6. And also we found out today that Lainey Traylor, who is a 5th grader at the lab school, is in the finalists for Student of the Year. So congratulations
State,
to
correct?
her. Yeah, at the state level. She competed at the state level, which means she had to submit a portfolio, went through interview process and all that. And she's a state finalist, so she's going to go on to compete. So congratulations to her. She's a sweetheart. And then also the Crew of Champions Parade Saturday. God's blessing us with beautiful weather, by the way. It's going to be a gorgeous day. So please come out and join us. We'll see you there. And we're looking forward to that. But otherwise, I just want to thank the board for working with me on this. I'll work with you 110%. Whatever I can do to help with the transition. I've said to my team that we're gonna, the next 9 months or 10 months or however long it is, we're gonna take care of business. We're gonna do what we need to do to position ourselves. When you're running that leg of the race, that leg that you fixing to hand it off, I think they call it a leg. You're going to hand it off. You want to position yourself so that next person is going to have a really good chance of taking the championship home, right? So that's what we're going to do, and we're committed. I've told them all to make their list. What do we need to accomplish? Your list. Anything in particular that you would like for us to address between now and January, but we're gonna get it ready to hand off, and so get this, get all the things, the milestones behind us we need to get done. But I'm committed to doing that, and it's been great here, but we got a lot of work to do between now and January, so we're gonna do that. And anything that I can do to help y'all with what you're doing, what you need to do, just let me know.
Thank you. Okay. We are going to move to item 7, which is executive session. So we will take a motion. Anybody want to make a motion to enter executive session?
I'll move to enter into executive session to consider items A through D.
There you go. Motion made by, go ahead.
Let's clarify that we're entering into executive session to handle the superintendent's performance review. We've already handled the contract. We're not discussing that in executive session.
Items A, C, and D.
Yeah, and then so that it's in the recording, we're going to consider the matter of Sharon Walker versus Tangischools Parish School System and the matter of Walker and Burson J. versus Tangischools Parish School Board.
Thank you for clarifying. Is that a second from you, Brett?
Yeah, that's the second.
We have a motion from Mr. Piazza and a second by Mr. Duncan. Any opposition to entering executive session? Nope. All right.
Channel 17, proudly serving the Florida parishes.
Returning from executive session, we will go to item A, which does not require any motion or consideration. So we will move to item C, that Sharon Walker versus
The matter
Tangischools
of
Parish
Sharon
School
Walker,
System.
there's no action to report. On the matter of Walker and Burson J., we move to adopt council's recommendation.
All right, we motion to adopt council's recommendation on item D. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Mr. Westmoreland. And we'll do a roll call vote on that one, please.
Ms. Abrams?
Yes.
Mr. Anthony?
Yes.
Ms. Dominguez?
Yes.
Mr. Duncan?
Yes.
Mr. Moore?
Yes.
Mr. Piazza?
Yes.
Ms. Richards?
Yes.
Mr. Toller?
Yes.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Yes.
Motion passes.
All right, before moving to public input, wanted to recognize any board member privileges, if that's okay, if I can add that into this item. Mr. Piazza, do you have anything you'd like to add today?
I think I do.
You want me to come back to you? I can
Come
do
back
that.
to me, please.
All right, Mr. Moore, would you like to say anything? Good, Ms. Dominguez? Mr. Duncan? Ms. Richards, I know you do.
Yes. In observance of Black History Month, I'd like to just read this from the Black History Chronicles. Life. What is life but a journey of the soul, a story of triumph, of struggles, of goals? It's a dance of joy, a melody of pain, a tapestry of sunshine and rain. Life is a canvas waiting to be painted with colors of love, of hope, of dreams untainted. It's a song that we sing, a dance that we do, a symphony of me, of him, and of you. In every heartbeat, in every breath we take, in every choice we make, on every path we take. Life is a gift, a treasure to hold dear, a legacy of courage, of faith, and of cheer. So let us honor the past, the present, and the now. Let us celebrate the stories, the struggles, the vow. For in the tapestry of Black history, we find the resilience of human spirit, the power of the mind. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Abrams. Mr. Toller?
I'm good.
Mr. Westmoreland?
Good, buddy.
Mr. Piazza?
You know what? Since everybody's good, I'm good.
Okay, Ms. Steele, would you like to add anything? Okay, and I've talked enough today, so I think I'm good as well. Well, any public input? I don't believe that anybody signed up to speak. Is that correct, Ms. Amanda? All right, with no public input, we can move to item number 9, which is adjournment. Thank you all very much.
That's number 9.
Number 9.
Oh, Trent.
For a second.